What's up, YouTube? Oh man, I hated that. We sound like a Hallmark movie. What's up, YouTube? This weekend is the most stupendous WrestleMania of all time. WrestleMania 38, live in Dallas, Arlington, Texas. It's gonna be AT&T Stadium. I'm gonna be there. They won't be there. But we're gonna talk about all the matches that are gonna happen today. The predictions for the show. I got my homies here. Rebecca.
Hello.
Matt.
Look my bicep.
And Kira.
Heyo.
So squeak.
I know nothing. I'm an idiot.
I don't know anything.
Shut up.
So.
No one asked you, Rebecca.
Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair, Raw Women's Championship. We're gonna run the road. You start first. Who's gonna win and why?
It's gotta be Bianca because she gonna be whipping Becky with her long hair.
So cringe.
Becky with a nice butt, but Bianca for the win.
Nice butt. Is that what she just said? I think that Bianca Belair is gonna win. I think it's a redemption from SummerSlam, the 26 seconds that should have never happened. But Becky Lynch taking that Smackdown title from her. She gets a Raw title now, and she carries it into the future.
So I think Bianca has the strongest chance of winning because I feel like her storyline in general, I have no idea what I'm talking about.
So
I feel like she has been deserving of a win for the longest time, and they haven't given one to her that felt satisfying.
That was such a great answer.
Damn, now I feel like I have to be different. You guys all suck. I guess I'm gonna have to pick Becky at this point, even though I really want Bianca to win too.
I feel like Becky has the name recognition of stronger name recognition among the fans, so I feel like she'd be the crowd favorite to win. But I want to believe that the WWE is going to go with the underdog here.
Yes.
And why is Matt really? That is really.
I know nothing.
Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio are taking on The Miz and Logan Paul. Who is gonna win and why? Rebecca.
I mean, let's be real here. I feel like Logan Paul is the underdog because he doesn't really wrestle. Like, he boxes, but he doesn't really wrestle. So I feel like because he's like well known for YouTube, I feel like he's gonna win just to like keep it interesting.
I'm very interested in what Matt said. I'm going with The Miz and Logan Paul. I think Logan Paul is a very solid athlete. He's been taken to the ring like Kurt Angle back in 01. I mean, he's just an overall good athlete. He's an entertainer. People like him. People hate him. And that's what draws crowds. That's what draws money. WWE's going to capitalize on the fact that he's such a big social media star that they're going to let him get the W. Maybe pin Dominic Mysterio because I think pinning Rey might be a bit too much for the crowd to see. Like, Rey's on like the video game cover. You're gonna have him lose to the guy from the Forest video.
I love Rey Mysterio, and I want to believe that he's getting older, and I feel like he's going to start appearing less in WWE. I want him to have a few solid wins under his belt before he finally ends up retiring. And if they make him lose to Logan Paul, of all people, I'm gonna be optimistic here. I'm gonna say Rey Mysterio and his son.
I would like to say Rey Mysterio and Dominic as well, but I can see why it would probably be a good decision for them to have Logan Paul and The Miz win. Because honestly, WWE likes making their favorite superstars lose every time to make everyone mad and upset.
I'm a big Logan Paul guy. I actually really like him. These guys don't, but that's okay.
I don't hate him. I don't mind.
Okay, because there's some cap in these raps. He's a controversial figure. Not everyone's gonna like him. A lot of people hate him. But he's friends with KSI, and we know who loves KSI.
Me.
Drew McIntyre's taking on Happy Corbin.
Okay, well, the only one I've heard of is Drew McIntyre, so I guess I'll go with him.
Happy Corbin. Actually, I think McIntyre probably should win. It makes more sense. He won his first ever WrestleMania match in the same stadium, AT&T 2016, WrestleMania 32. I was there, Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Happy Corbin gets a dub.
Happy Corbin is my pick for what I want to win, but WWE, they don't have a history of, supporting their lesser known or smaller stars. So it's kind of obvious who they're going to go with here unless WWE has drastically changed its management.
You hate your whole system.
Drew McIntyre is going to win this one.
While I would like Happy Corbin to win, sorry, I did not mean to touch you.
You can touch me all you want. Like I have no romantic feelings for you anymore.
I think Drew McIntyre will win with his giant sword.
I really have no idea what Happy Corbin is. He's not going to be very happy when he loses.
The next match for the Smackdown Tag Team Championship is going to be the Usos taking on Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs.
Think the Usos are going to win?
For me, I think the Usos are going to win. Look, Yeah, well, show him the shirt. Show him the shirt. Be the ones, baby.
Shinsuke Nakamura, I mean, talented, very skilled. Usos here, crowd favorites, and they're just iconic. I want them to win.
I would like the Usos to win just because I like them. I know that they've had like a weird past because considering I don't like Roman Reigns at all right now. The tribal chief is not my tribal chief. Well, I think the Usos should win because apparently, you know, crowd favorite and everything, even though I don't like Roman Reigns at all. I absolutely despise him.
Me too.
They put him over.
You're
way
wearing
too
his
much.
shirt.
I don't care. I can like cut it out.
I can cut him out.
Charlotte Flair defending the Smackdown Women's Championship against Ronda Rousey.
I'm gonna go with Charlotte Flair.
I think that Ronda Rousey's gonna win the title.
I don't think Ronda's gonna get. I don't think Ronda's gonna get because I think. Okay, I'm trying to put my thoughts into words. Ronda has a punchable face. I think her UFC past has sort of like held her back in WWE. I feel like WWE is treating her like you've had your stardom, you've had your fame already. Now this is just like runoff from that. You're just trying to stay relevant. So I don't think they're gonna give it to her. I think Charlotte Flair is going to successfully defend her title.
I really don't want Charlotte to win just because just like Roman Reigns, they put her over almost every single person. Granted, she deserves it because she's a really good athlete. She works very, very hard. But I'm like, give Ronda a chance, at least in the WWE, outside of like her being a UFC fighter, because there's a good amount of people that didn't watch UFC and they watch wrestling, so they're only seeing a portion of what she does.
In the main event, I guess, which is not even the main event, is a talk show segment between Kevin Owens and Stone Cold Steve Austin. The point of this is for Steve Austin to return, even though he's not having a match against Kevin Owens. It's just a talk show segment. But a lot of people are thinking this is going to turn to a Steve Austin return. He's going to show up at SummerSlam possibly, and that's when he's going to wrestle Kevin Owens. So the question for you guys is, does Stone Cold return back to the wrestling ring after 19 years of being out? Yes or no? And do you think he should? It's a better question.
Yes, and yes, we watched his promo video before.
Very intense, very cool.
We did a whole video on him.
We did, but that never got uploaded because we never edited it. And I never edited it or uploaded it.
Okay, I think it is a good sign of foreshadowing to have him on. Every time I've seen WWE bring someone back, I haven't been watching for a while, but every time I've seen them bring someone back, it's always been without warning. I feel like if they have him on the talk show as a way to like reintroduce him, I feel like that's uncharacteristic of the WWE's like calling card. That's not their MO.
I don't really know how good he will be in the wrestling department because it is a while and like he's older now.
If he came back, would that be like the longest they've waited to bring someone back?
Honestly, probably.
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
That's
As far as like a legend coming back, yes.
That's why I don't think he's coming back. I think maybe this is not foreshadowing him returning, but them like inducting him into like stuff like.
He's already in the Hall of Fame.
He's already in the Hall of Fame. Maybe it's like they're making a documentary or something about him, and they're gonna promote it this way.
Maybe
That's
maybe possible for just like one match.
Night 2, WrestleMania. We have to talk about the women's tag team championships. The current champions, Queen Zelina and Carmella, they defend their titles against 3 other teams.
Definitely.
Sasha Banks and Naomi.
Definitely.
Well, do you agree?
Yeah, honestly.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, that was pretty simple. Seth Rollins does not have a WrestleMania podium, but a lot of people are saying debuting at the show is going to be AEW's Cody Rhodes. He left AEW about a month ago, and there's rumors that he's coming back to the WWE. It's pretty much guaranteed he is coming back to WWE. Apparently he already signed a contract. He wanted that extra guap, so he came back home. I think Cody Rhodes debuts at WrestleMania against Seth Rollins, yes or no?
I mean, based on the clout. Yeah.
I feel like it's possible. Looking back to like, what was it? What's the thing where like they bring out like a new wrestler every 60 seconds?
Royal Rumble.
Like looking back at like that Royal Rumble that they had, that was like they always bring back really dumb people at these big events. This is a WWE hate video for me.
Yeah, it really is.
For me, not Malcolm.
Yeah.
For me,
But I can see it being Cody Rhodes, but I can also see it being like a slightly older star coming back.
based on the fact that you said he signed a contract, I do think it would be him going up against Seth Rollins, even though there's no storyline or plot to it.
Everyone at WrestleMania they're a mark. I'm going there. That's how I know you are a mark. If you're in that stadium, you are a mark, and you watch AEW. You know who Cody Rhodes is. Even if you didn't watch AEW, you knew who he was because he was already there. He was pulling up in Stardust. He was Dusty Rhodes' kid. He did all of it except for win the world title, which I think is possible. Maybe
WWE bringing Cody Rhodes back would be a step. No, because they already brought him back. It is a step in the right direction for the company. I feel like the company is now realizing, wait, if we let people go, then they're gonna make money for other people, and we don't want that. Start a new era of WWE, not just firing a large amount of people at the same time. I think they're starting to realize that was a bad move. It's been a bad move every time we've done it. We need to start retaining wrestlers and not pushing them away, because that's stopping like new wrestlers from wanting to come to our company.
Yeah. Y'all got rid of Keith Lee, and I'm still a little hurt by that.
You got rid of Leo Rush.
Sami Zayn taking on Johnny Knoxville.
Johnny Knoxville's not going to win because that would make a better movie for Jackass.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah, well, there's your answer. It's gonna be Pat McAfee. He's taking on Austin Theory, who's basically like Vince McMahon's little pet project. He kind of looks like a very young John Cena also.
Okay, well, I don't like Vince McMahon, so the first one you said, what team does he play for the NFL?
He used to play for the Colts. He was a kicker.
Okay, well, him.
I love Austin Theory as a wrestler, and I think he's very talented and a future world champion. And he's also Vince McMahon's pet project, and Vince McMahon doesn't show up on television for just anybody. I feel like because he's the actual wrestler that has a future in the company. Not saying Pat doesn't, he's a great commentator, and he does work hard in the ring as well. So I think Austin Theory's gonna win.
Austin Theory. But he's gonna win.
I know for a fact Austin Theory is most likely gonna win, especially since he is Vince's pet project. That's what
I mean, that's how I see it, yeah.
He does look like a mini John Cena.
He does.
I want Pat McAfee to win, but
I was gonna say it again.
Austin Theory!
A triple threat for the Raw Tag Team Championship is going to be RK Bro, which is Randy Orton,
Yes.
Matt Riddle, to take it on Street Profits, and also the Alpha Academy.
Street Profits.
Okay, I'm going RK Bro. I love the Street Profits. This whole RK Bro storyline of like their relationship blossoming into this great friendship that will definitely turn into someone turning on someone else. I'm interested in the entrance. Randy Orton has so much more personality right now than he has in a while.
I mean, I agree. Randy Orton definitely been doing a lot better than he's been doing lately. Definitely showing more charisma, more attitude in the ring. Randy Orton, definitely my favorite pick for the win.
I would say Matt Riddle and Randy Orton as well, so RK Bros, because I really, with Randy, he always ends up backstabbing somebody, so I'm waiting for that to happen.
Final match for the WWE and Universal Heavyweight Championship. Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, who's gonna win? WWE Champion Brock Lesnar, Universal Champion Roman Reigns. Rebecca.
I don't want Roman Reigns to win, but I feel like he will.
Boo! There will be a new undisputed Universal Champion. We the ones, baby. Acknowledge your tribal chief.
The downfall of Roman Reigns this time. This is gonna be the upset lose for him, and
You suck.
Brock Lesnar is definitely going to win.
We don't like you.
I hate both of them! I'm picking Brock Lesnar though, because I just don't like Roman being put over all the time.
Yeah, well, you guys suck. We the ones, baby.
We going up like 1,000. I'm a flex just like a muscle man Malcolm. We going up like 1,000. I'm a flex just like a muscle man Malcolm. When it just like 1, 2, 3. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. If you like the channel, this will squeeze.